So I found an article in Mediaite. Dating gets complicated in the time of coronavirus. Tinder and some of these apps are busy, and people are spending more time talking to each other, online and whatever. That's fine, you gotta watch yourself with corona. But I found one story here particularly interesting. I'm not even gonna use her name. I mean, if you really want to find out what her name is, you can look in the article, but let's put it this way. She's probably 24, 25, fairly attractive. I would say Coach Greg Adams probably would say she's a California 6. Put her in a small town in Indiana, she'd probably be, an 8 or a 9, right? So she's pretty attractive, red hair, she's physically fit, nice, whatever, right? She attended Georgetown University, and I think that's Washington, D.C., with a major in English and Jewish studies. And when she graduated, she tried to find a job in communication. So you can see, I'm sure it was an interesting experience in college, but degree isn't really valuable that much. So her and her buddy started this ceramic business, and I looked at the website, and it's cool stuff. It's based in New York City, right in Manhattan. That's an important piece of information as we read the story. One U.S. single decided to defy social distancing for one wild night in California, resulting in an account of dating during a global pandemic. Okay, the business is in New York. Originally, this person is from California, so she may be home visiting her parents. Who knows? We don't know that. But she lives in New York, people. So here is the story. In California, we're practicing a shelter in place, so I'm already being a total idiot for trying to go out. When we get there, and I assume this is a bar, probably, he and I see each other. Everyone gets drinks and we start talking. ... So we go back to his place. Lives in New York, visiting California, out dating during the coronavirus lockdown in California, right? She continues, quote, when he wakes up. Let's think positively here. Maybe they Netflix and chilled, they had a pizza, and they fell asleep on the couch, right? Okay, let's assume that is the case. When he wakes up and looks at his phone, he gets a text that someone he works with has coronavirus. And guess what? He had it too. But I got tested, and I'm all good. Sounds like a fine date, right? In California. Drinks back to his place. They fall asleep while playing checkers, and in the morning he gets a text that someone has coronavirus at work, and he had it too. That would be the positive way to look at it. The other way wouldn't be so positive. This woman who lives in New York, in California, gets on Tinder, meets up with the guy, goes back to his place, and hooks up within hours of meeting this dude for the first time. And he has the coronavirus, it turns out. So my question, simply for bringing this up, is this how people act these days, young people? Is this normal? Like, you go for a couple drinks and then you bada bing, right? I mean, that's what happened to, remember that gal in New Zealand? Unfortunately, she hooked up with the wrong guy and he murdered her. It was the same kind of thing. Go out, get some drinks, back to his place, bada bing. Is this how it works these days? Because when I was out dating, it did not work this way. Of course, we didn't have Tinder and all that other stuff. So times were obviously a lot different, but my goodness, wow. I'll put the link below so you can read the story. James Maxwell, thank you for listening.